guys, so I just finished watching Tati's new video that she released called Breaking My Silence, and I literally just finished watching it and she uploaded it maybe half an hour ago. This is very soon. I don't usually film videos that quickly after something happens, but this is obviously a big deal and I want to talk about it as soon as possible because the things that Tati said in that video are very crucial that they come out, because we've been saying this about people like Jeffree Star, but I just never expected this from Shane Dawson. But to hang out with someone like Jeffree Star, you have to be exactly like him or become like him. And at this point, I am ready to believe that Shane Dawson essentially sold his soul for some good launches of makeup. Here's my Twitter, here's my Instagram. If you want to follow me on there, it's a really fun time. This is my main channel where I post drama content like this, if you want to subscribe. I also have a second channel where I post more makeup-y content, so if you want to watch that, and let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna try and keep this as concise as possible, but I have 3 pages of notes. 3 pages of notes. Let's go from the start. In between, I will try and throw my opinions, but I feel like at this point, I know what I think, but I don't want to speak too soon before something else comes out, so I'm gonna try and keep my opinions down to like a very neutral level. But I have opinions, okay? And I'm ready to express them. I already had chats with my friends just to see what they think about the whole situation. I had chats with some other channels just to see what they're thinking about the whole situation. I think I'm ready to speak on this. Wow, okay, so she uploads the video. She's clearly very emotional, as you would be after a year of what has happened. She said that she used to follow her heart when it came to doing things on YouTube and doing things online and doing things as a social media influencer. And then at some point, she listened to the wrong people. And that's how she starts off the video. And I know that from the get-go when she said that, I was like, oh, okay, so she's talking about Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. She didn't say wrong person, because then I would have assumed it was Jeffree Star. But because she said wrong people, I assumed it was Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. And there is a legal team involved, which is why throughout the whole video, she's reading off a script that she wrote herself with her legal team. When she said the phrase legal team, I was like, yep, this is the real deal. Like, this is actually happening. Because if she just came out and was like, oh, here's me just, Bye Sister 2.0, I would have been like, oh, okay. She's just capitalizing off the fact that Shane Dawson is being cancelled right now and Jeffree Star is closely behind being cancelled right now. But the fact that she said that this is something that she's spoken about with her legal team, and I'm going to get into the legal aspect a little bit later because she mentions legal aspects a little bit later on in the video, and it's very interesting the things she says. And also, before anyone, says it in the comment section, she doesn't include any receipts in this video. So if you guys don't believe people when they don't involve receipts, then that's fine. You guys don't have to. But the thing is, she said, and I'm going to get into that later on in the video, that she has a lot of evidence between her and many other people that she has now spoken to. They've compiled all this evidence and they will not be releasing it into the public until they have resolved it behind the scenes, which to me means legal action. But I'll get into that because she spoke about that later on in the video. I just think I have to keep on bouncing back and forth. She said that she's now ready to uncover the truth of what happened. And yeah, but I did, when she said uncover the truth, I was like, okay, she's going to talk about why she filmed the Bye Sister video, and then she's going to talk about her relationship with Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson and James Charles, and I did not expect this. Like, in the words of Shane Dawson, she, slapped on a full face of glam, put on her ring light, and handed Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star a slice of humble pie the size of the Empire State Building. Isn't it funny how things happen in the world? It's so crazy to me that just a few days ago, Shane Dawson essentially hyped up Tati's video. And now thinking about it, I didn't even speak to anyone about this, so I don't know if I'm sounding like a fool right now or like a conspiracy theorist, but isn't it a bit strange that literally a few days ago in his essay, he was building up and hyping up Tati's video so much, but from what Tati said in this video, they haven't spoken in a long time. So they basically manipulated her into making this video and then just cut her off as a friend. They used her as a pawn in their game to get rid of a competitor, which Shane Dawson said himself. Shane Dawson, in his essay on twitter.com, said that Jeffree Star wanted to see the downfall of his competitor. Isn't it all just coming together into a beautiful piece of cake? Or a humble pie, the size of the Empire State Building? Was he possibly in the know that Tati was going to expose him, so he wanted to play nice in public, so that maybe she would go easy on him? She did everything but go easy on him. And didn't Blair White recently say that she believes Jeffree Star was involved in the creation of the Bye Sister video? Now, we just find out that Shane Dawson was also involved. Let me get into it. I'm getting ahead of myself, guys. Oh my god. Okay, so then she uses the phrase used, coerced, and manipulated to upload the Bye Sister video. And it's what we've been saying. Haven't drama channels been saying this? That Jeffree Star manipulates people to take down people for him because then he doesn't look like the bad guy. It's genius. It is evil genius. I keep on sliding away on my chair. I think my chair's just as excited as me. Jeffree Star, when he has a problem with someone, gets someone else to do the dirty work for him so that when all of the shit goes down, he's not the one to blame. And I said this in my last video. Jeffree Star starts the drama, he pokes it, and then it all erupts without him, and no one remembers him. Everyone remembers everyone else. And now, beauty gurus are coming out and saying, hey, who's the common denominator in all these Dramageddons? Who is always involved in the drama? Samantha Ravndal came out and said that she's scared. She is afraid. She did a live stream after she posted that video, but she always deletes her live streams on YouTube, so they're not like... Usually live streams, you can just make them as a default upload, so once you finish live streaming on YouTube, it goes straight to your feed, and it just becomes like a part of your channel. She always deletes her live streams after she finishes a live stream. And in her live stream, apparently, she said that she was scared and she went to her therapist and she was scared after uploading that video about Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. Cam Lester said that he was scared that Jeffree Star was going to get a hitman on him. And what I'm about to tell you guys from this Tati video is going to blow your mind because it's all coming together. Let me continue talking. So after the Shane documentary with Jeffree Star, James Charles came over to her house and they compared DMs, messages, private information that they both had behind the scenes. And they realized that they were both manipulated and that they were used as pawns to get rid of each other, essentially. Because I think, at the end of the day, did Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson care if Tati was going to also be collateral damage in all of this? Absolutely not. I think they used her to get rid of competition. Why? Because they were coming out with makeup. What blows my mind as well is how fooled I was. I think, and this is my conspiracy theory, I think this makeup launch was planned a long time ago and they've been working on it since. But James Charles had his very successful palette with Morphe and had, you know, a lot of things going for him. He was, at the end of the day, in Shane's words, Jeffree's biggest competitor. So what did they do? They picked an unproblematic beauty guru. Because up until this point, Tati showed no problematic tendencies. They picked a non-problematic beauty guru to get rid of James Charles so they could then, in peace, release the makeup without the competition. That's my conspiracy theory at this point. This is what I think happened. But guys, don't quote me. I don't know what happened because I wasn't there. But yeah, throughout this whole video, please guys let me know in the comment section what you think about everything. I'm not going to be putting clips of Tati's video in here because the video would be 5 hours long, but I will leave it in the description if you guys want to watch the whole thing, because obviously I won't mention everything that happened, but you know, I'll mention the most important things. So after the Shane documentary, they compared DMs and they realized they were both manipulated and that they everything was just fitting in together into one big lie. And then she apologizes to James Charles. Well, they apologized to each other privately, and now she's publicly making it clear that she is apologizing to James Charles. And James Charles actually wanted to take part in this video. He said he wanted to be by her throughout this video, and she said, no, this is something I have to do on my own, because she created this mess technically, so she has to get herself out of it. So she is emotional throughout this whole video. She's crying, but she's still logical, which I really like. I like seeing people be human, aka having emotions. Jeffree Star, Mr. Lack of emotions. But she's still logical. She's not, you know, venting or shouting or being erratic or not making sense. She's still making sense, which is why I'm actually glad that she wrote down a script of what she was going to say, because at that point she's not going to misspeak. She's not going to say anything that's going to get her in trouble, but she's going to say everything that she wanted to say. It's going to be calculated and thought out, right? She then talks about her friendship with James Charles, which now she kind of described as being more of his mentor than his friend. She met him, then his CoverGirl deal was finalized and it went public, and then she invited him to her wedding where he did her makeup for her wedding. And she just talks about like everything that was happening, and she did say, you know, she saw him getting big and changing a little bit, but like, what do you expect? I'm not talking to Tati right now, I'm talking to kind of everyone else, but like, what did we expect from this 19-year-old? Well, he was 17, right? 17-ish at the time, who just struck gold. So she had this like idea, they had this like sense of entitlement, and that he was kind of losing the humbleness, as you do when you're a multi-millionaire. And Shane Dawson then expressed to her, and she doesn't even mention Jeffree Star first. She mentions Shane Dawson first, which blows my mind that he was like the catalyst for all of this. Shane Dawson then expresses an opinion to Tati where he basically takes the idea that she had on James and makes it grow. So when she said to him like, hey, I kind of think that, you know, James is kind of losing his like sense of self and he's kind of getting a little, you know, too far, too big. He pushed that. He made it grow. He went, yes, you're correct. And you know, when you're really kind of like, you have some kind of an opinion on something and someone goes, yes, you're 100% correct, you tend to just go, oh, right, yeah. So it's making sense. And that plants a seed in your head. You're like, oh, so everyone else thinks that as well. Right. So then she actually mentions what I've been mentioning for a while, which is the fact that she's never called him a predator or a danger to society. Who did that? Jeffree Star. Tati made a video where she spoke about things that James did that made her uncomfortable. Jeffree Star then tweeted out saying that James Charles has been banned from his house, is a danger to society, and then also tweeted at James Charles's brother to basically call James Charles a predator. She also said that she didn't air accusations from behind the scenes because she didn't feel comfortable doing that, but she made the video, and she says that clearly. She made the video because of lies told to her by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. And some people are saying, you know, she's a grown woman. You know, gaslighting doesn't have like an age cap. Let me just say that, which is why there are so many people in abusive relationships right now. And abusive isn't always someone being beaten up. Abusive can be psychologically abusive, which technically, most of the time, includes gaslighting. It is changing someone's reality and the way they view reality. Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star allegedly changed Tati's reality. They made her believe things that weren't true because they were two powerful men in the industry going against someone who she already had kind of a slightly negative opinion on. You know, she already had like an inkling that James Charles was changing a little bit, and they just kept on feeding her more ideas about this. Allegedly. Guys, every time I say something, I'm saying it as she's kind of said it. Of course, more could come out against what she said, and I'm gonna have to talk about what was said against her. But right now, don't think that I'm like taking huge sides. I more so want to hear what you guys think about this, but I'm presenting it the way she presented it. She said her guard was down because she thought she was surrounded by friends. You know, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson made it out to be like he was like Tati's huge fan and he wanted to be friends with her and he wanted her to teach him how to do makeup. So her guard was down because she was surrounded by people that she trusted and people that she believed in, and they kept on feeding her lies. And because her guard was down, just like in a toxic relationship, they managed to gaslight her. And yeah, that's just like how she explains this to be. She said that Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star told her that there were going to be a lot of victims coming out against James Charles after she posted her video. So that was what she believed, that James was a danger and that he was going to be in trouble, and she was filming this video to help him because she genuinely thought that he was doing something criminal, and that there were going to be people coming out to destroy his career. So she filmed this video as a warning to him to slow down because people were coming out against him. Then she talks about her friendship with Jeffree Star, which started around 2017 when they made a video together and they started hanging out. And she said that she started hanging out with Jeffree because she knew of his past, but he presented growth to her. He said he was sorry for everything he did in the past and that he was now a better person. Now, looking back on it now, she says that he has not changed. He had moments where he showed growth, but then he also showed many setbacks right after that growth. So he was just flipping back and forth, pretending to be a new person and then not actually being a whole new person. She actually then tried to get him involved in a charity to do with kind of helping out kids from bad homes and kids with like criminal records and stuff to get back into society and just kind of fix their lives. You know, she felt like empowering him and giving him a sense of responsibility and a sense of doing good is going to make him actually be a better person, because what Tati said is kind of like what I understand what she's saying is attacking someone isn't going to be as helpful as showing someone that they can be a good person and that it feels good to be a good person, and maybe then they'll start being a good person. But obviously now, knowing Jeffree Star, that was foolish. She then apologized to Jackie Aina because she said right before her collab with Jeffree Star came out on her channel, he attacked Jackie Aina publicly after the personal messages where he called her a gorilla came out, and she's personally apologizing now to Jackie Aina for ever posting that. So then 2018 Dramageddon happens between Nikita Dragon, Laura Lee, Manny MUA, Gabriel Zamora and Jeffree Star, and all of them get torn to shreds. And she said that watching that should have been a red flag to her because it showed how Jeffree responds when he doesn't like someone and when he feels wronged by someone. He destroys them. He destroys their career, rips it to shreds, and leaves them with nothing. She stuck around to possibly improve Jeffree Star. I think she has a, what's it called, like a savior complex almost. Like, I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm saying, I think she is a super empathetic person who genuinely feels like they can help people out and make them better people and save them and make them be better. And I think Jeffree Star is unfixable. But she heard from him, not a lot, like every now and then he would be gone for a few months, like not message her, and then he would message her around drama time or launches. So like whenever he was involved in drama, he would message her. When he was launching something, he would also message her. So then she talks about blackmail that he has on people and brands that he would like show off. Like he would show off the fact that he has like things to blackmail brands and people with. So she says that he is essentially holding people hostage, and she is also now saying that we should essentially pray for people because this is not the end. She's saying that he's 100% going to come out with all the evidence he has on people to destroy them. The thing about Jeffree Star is he doesn't like to be dragged alone. We're seeing this now, right? So he's being dragged now. He was being dragged from weeks, right? We've been going at it, showing all the evidence. And now what happens? Shane Dawson's being dragged and Jeffree's nowhere to be seen. Interesting. I think because now he's being dragged, he's going to get all the dirt out on people and try and get them cancelled, so turn the attention away from himself at everyone else. And she's basically saying, like, let's just forgive everything these people have done and not try to cancel them, because that's exactly what Jeffree Star wants. Jeffree Star wants to release, probably, allegedly, all the blackmail that he has on people so that he turns the attention away from himself at them and everyone else gets cancelled. Tati's birthday happened, iconic, right? We spoke about this in Seattle, and apparently Jeffree Star the next day calls Tati and says that James Charles is out of control, and he then apologizes for his behavior. So that to me sounds like Tati didn't have a problem with his behavior, but because of the way Jeffree kept on presenting it, it planted a seed in her head that what James Charles was doing wasn't right. She then says that he had an obsession with James Charles. Anytime they met up or spoke, he did nothing but speak negatively about James Charles. Jeffree Star says that Shane Dawson wants to meet Tati and that he's a huge fan, and that Shane wants to involve Tati in the series. Now she says that she wishes she had educated herself on Shane Dawson's past, now everything that's coming out, obviously. She also told Shane Dawson about being a victim of sexual assault and her faith, and she said that that was very important to her because now they used that essentially as leverage. Because if you're a victim of sexual assault and someone comes to you and says, this person is other people, you're going to be more likely to believe it and lash out and make it public because you want to save other people so they're not in the same situation as you. That's what I gathered from her mentioning that. So then they said that James Charles is a monster with many victims, many of them underage. And Shane Dawson apparently knew about the Bi-Sister video, offered to help edit it, get a thumbnail and title ready. What Tati is also saying is that apparently, which is true, it is true, I'm saying apparently as if it's not true, many drama channels knew that a video was coming out before she even filmed the video, which is true because Ashley Kyle had a message from Jeffree Star saying, hey, on Tuesday, there'll be something big happening. Was it Tuesday? It was like one of those days. I think it was a tea day. It was a day starting with tea. Ashley Kyle had a message saying, be prepared. And that was before Tati even filmed the video, which means Jeffree Star was going around telling people this was going to happen to stir the pot, get people excited for it. When you rile everyone up and get everyone excited, they're going to believe whatever is being said, right? We all believed it. There was a voice note played to Tati, which is the same voice note that was offered in the Mum's Basement podcast. It's the same voice note that was played to Blair White and many other YouTubers, apparently from a victim of James Charles. That has not been played anywhere yet. I'm not going to believe a voice note that I haven't heard myself personally. If there is a victim out there, I of course want them to come out and tell their side of the story if they're comfortable with that. But because I haven't heard the voice note, I'm not going to act like I know that this voice note exists because I haven't heard it. So the night before, she messages Shane Dawson and she says that she's concerned about James Charles because he probably heard that this video was happening. She said he was out of town or out of the country and that he was on a high building and she was scared for his well-being. And Shane Dawson said that he's too narcissistic to do it and that she should not be worried about the 51st floor because he's too narcissistic to do it. If that's true, then they are truly evil people that have no emotions or empathy whatsoever. Tati posts her video and she is made to feel like after she posts her video, that gives smaller people that don't have the platform that she has the freedom to come out with their evidence and stories. You know, like when like a big person leads the way, everyone else kind of feels more comfortable to come out, because usually when someone without any influence comes out against someone with a lot of influence, they're told that they're clout chasers and that, you know, that you can't believe them. So I think what they presented to Tati, this is my belief right now, what they presented to Tati was, you will come out with this video and that gives all these victims the freedom and the power and the strength to come out with their stories. And I think that's why she did it. Genuinely, I think that's why she did it. If it's all true, if this whole video that she filmed is nothing but facts, then I think that's what happened. So then she films this video and none of these victims come out. None of the evidence is put out there. Jeffree Star films a video saying, hey, I'm never doing this again. And their friendship has ended. She says that they haven't spoken to her since, essentially. So Shane Dawson never checked in with her after she posted that video, even though he was like a big push apparently to get this video out there. So then at that point she didn't feel a part of the community anymore because she felt like she was shunned by everyone that picked sides between James Charles and Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. I feel like she felt like no one picked her side and she felt not a part of the community, which I actually mentioned. I remember I filmed a video about James Charles shading Tati on Twitter, which I know now wasn't him shading her, was him defending her, like genuinely defending her, because they at that point had already spoken about this whole situation. And I said that I felt like she moved from LA to Seattle because she felt like she didn't belong in LA anymore, because that's where all of James Charles's friends were and where all of Jeffree Star's friends were. And I think I was kind of correct, but then she goes into that a little bit later on. She then says that she was scared of her LA home. Isn't that reminiscent of something that Cam Lester said? She then said that she has since then moved again. So she moved from LA to Seattle and then she moved again and she has upped her security because she feels unsafe. Now, she didn't say that she feels unsafe because of Jeffree Star. That's not a word that came out of her mouth, not a phrase that she uttered. But isn't that oddly similar to what Blair White and Cam Lester said? That they were both scared to speak up against Jeffree Star. Isn't that what Samantha Ravindale said? That she was scared. She went to her therapist and said she was scared. She was scared that he was going to destroy her career. And Samantha Ravindale then actually said in that live stream that no beauty gurus come out against Jeffree Star because they're scared to lose their careers. Because he's that powerful. Powerful men, huh? She also said that she was going to pursue fertility treatment. If you guys don't know, Tati is in fact infertile. She's been trying for a baby for a long time. And she said she was going to try treatment in 2019, but she was too weak due to the stress and not eating because of stress. That made me emotional because, you know, just seeing Raw Beauty Christie now getting pregnant after having infertility issues, that could have been Tati. And it just sucks that two men trying to allegedly take down another boy has led to this many repercussions in her personal and public life. So then she said that the evidence she accumulated is extensive. She accumulated evidence with her, James, and many other people. And she said it's not just Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. There are many other people involved behind the scenes. And that she said, and I quote, that her statute of limitations is still not up. And she could pursue legal action, like civil legal action, for the damages caused to her. If she so happens to pursue legal action against Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, and anyone else involved, that will be the biggest Uno reverse card ever. Like, imagine that, right? And who else is involved? The thing is, she knows, and she said she's not going to release the evidence because obviously if she then pursues a court case, but she has already released all the evidence publicly, that might not be in her favor. Usually if you have a court case, you don't speak about the things before the court case is done. If she does pursue legal action, we might find the evidence on the internet soon after the legal action is pursued. And if she pursues legal action, I want to know who it's against, other than Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. Like, who else was involved in this? She also speaks about the fact that recently evidence came out that he's the co-owner of Morphe. Like, I saw that in a TikTok when he was talking to someone and said that he co-owns Morphe. A year later, she has now realized that there were many targets. It wasn't just her or just James Charles. There were a lot of things happening. Like, for example, Morphe is now releasing a vitamin line, a hair, skin vitamin line. And allegedly, Jeffree Star is the co-owner of Morphe. Was this all a big hit to sell more makeup and sell more vitamins? These people are evil. Evil. And she gets very emotional at the end, and then she talks about the charity that she spoke about first. She said all the AdSense is being donated to that charity, and that she leaves the link in the description if you guys want to donate as well. And that's the video. Guys, let me know what you think. I am so confused and shocked. My jaw has never dropped so low to the ground after seeing a video. I am still in shambles. I still don't really know what to think about everything. I mean, I am obviously edging on believing Tati and James because, you know, as much as I didn't think Shane Dawson was that kind of a person, I believe that Jeffree Star is that kind of person. And now I have reason to believe that Shane Dawson might have been involved because of the money that was being presented to him by Jeffree Star. Now, Shane Dawson also went on live. This was his live.
I can't process this. This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. This woman is... Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind. Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
I didn't know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I...
Because you messaged trauma channels! Oh my God. Oh my God.
The night before I did film, Jeffree sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in her voice. The audio was clearly a small portion of the conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
Well, why would you make a video on the matter claiming these allegations?
Because she is a... I can't. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person literally, oh my God. Okay, sorry, keep pressing play. I need to get through this video so I can, oh my God.
As a victim of abuse myself,
Oh my God. You are so manipulative.
to think of facing public
You're fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my God. That is not,
I made no mention of it in my video.
oh my God.
Get off.
The night before posting my video by sister,
Oh my God.
I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles, that he was out of the country on the high floor of a hotel and I was afraid for him.
He seems panicked and not in an innocent kind of way. And that is my interpretation of that. Obviously, that's my opinion. You guys can think whatever you want. He doesn't sound like an innocent man panicking because he's being accused wrongfully. He sounds like a panicked man that is realizing how many people are coming out against him now. And the fact is that he panics this much over a Tati video, but he didn't panic this much when Jada Smith and Jaden Smith both said, hey, stop our like sibling and or child. Thanks. So he addresses this straight away, but not that. Okay. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything, comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every time something happens. So subscribe, hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links in the description, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.